I'm going to make chocolate cheesecake today. I'm going to use some cream cheese. I'm going to use some animal crackers for the crust. They're chocolate. And some homemade vanilla. And here's some white sugar and brown sugar and butter. And I'm going to use semi-sweet chocolate chips and some eggs and some sour cream and some coffee. I have some of the animal crackers in my food processor. I'm going to grind them up. Next, I'm going to mix my crumbs. I have about 1.5 cups of crumbs here. And I have half a stick of butter, which is 2 ounces of butter. Just going to mix this up. Well, I've got this mixed up. It takes a couple, 3 minutes to mix it up because you don't think you're going to have enough butter, but you will. So next I'm going to take my pan, a spring form pan. You could brush it with butter, but I just sprayed it with cooking spray, kitchen spray, and put your crumbs in here. And then just press them to the bottom of the pan. And you can go up the sides if you wish, a little bit. It's up to you. There's enough in here to do that. But I'm just going to put them on the bottom here. And then this goes into the refrigerator so that the crumbs and everything can kind of get like a solid mess. The butter will help it become like a solid piece. Next, I'm going to take 1 cup of chocolate chips and 1/4 cup of chocolate chips. Get them all in there. And I'm going to put these in the microwave and melt them in there. I'm going to put them in there and at a minute and stir, and a minute and stir. They've been in there for 1 minute. I'm stirring them. Stir them very well, actually. Just stir them. And I'm going to put them back in there for another minute. Well, they just come out after their second minute. You just want to stir it again and see how they kind of just gets all those chocolate chips just kind of melt together. That's what you want. I'm going to set this off to the side and let it cool down some. I have my 3 packages of room temperature cream cheese in here. That equals 24 ounces. I'm going to mix it just to make sure that it is soft with no lumps. Okay, I think it's pretty soft. I'm going to add my sour cream here in the back. It's 1 cup of sour cream. It's also room temperature. Get that in here. Anytime you're baking, you need the ingredients to be room temperature most of the time. And here is brown sugar, which is 1/2 cup of brown sugar, 1/2 cup of white sugar. We're going to mix this up. And be sure you scrape your bowl down a couple times with each step, because you want everything to mix nice and uniformly. Okay, I think that's pretty uniform. I'm going to add the 3 eggs. We'll mix those in. Okay, have that mixed up, the eggs in there. And I'm going to add the chocolate. The chocolate is still warm. You don't want it to be cold or anything. Get your chocolate in there, and we're going to mix this up. Alright, we got that chocolate mixed in. And finally, our last ingredients, we're going to add a tablespoon of vanilla and 1/4 cup of strong coffee. And we're going to mix this in. Well, I got my crust back out of the fridge, and we have our cheesecake all mixed up. And I kind of like lick the spoon, and it's like wonderful. Tastes very good. And if you don't want to use coffee in this, that's fine. You could do one or two things. You could leave it out, or you could add some heavy cream in place of it. That would be very nice. So I've got to have it in there. Raise up the edges of the foil a little bit. And here's one of my pans that I cook on. Put the cheesecake in the pan. I'm going to put some hot water around this. The hot water helps it to bake evenly, and maybe it will not crack. Maybe it will. But it doesn't matter because we're going to put something else on top of it. Just want to fill our pan up fairly well with hot water. And this goes into my 350-degree oven. Here it is out of the oven. It baked for 1 hour. And then after the hour, I let it sit in the oven for an hour. So it baked for an hour, and then I cracked the oven door open to let the heat out of the oven and let this sit in there for that second hour. And I'm going to let this cool off to room temperature now. I'm going to make the glaze. This is the cheesecake has come to room temperature now. It's cooled down. And I'm going to take a half a stick of butter, which is 2 ounces of butter. Put this in here. You can do this in a small pot if you want. And the rest of the chocolate, it should be like 3/4 cup of chocolate, because there's 2 cups of chocolate in a 12-ounce package. And I'm going to nuke this, put this in their microwave to heat this up. Take this and pour our topping on top. And just spread it out. Then the cheesecake will go into the refrigerator for at least 4 hours or overnight. And then we can cut it and have some. Here's a piece of the final product, and it's really good. I just love this chocolate cheesecake. Thanks so much for watching.